and opening, the man slept and never woke up. And right now, the younger brother is the one taking over the business because the in order to find out again that when they bought the property, when the man bought the property, the brother is the next of king in the property. The man has 2 children, a wife. They are living in Germany at the moment. Now the wife is furious, is frustrated, though the wife does not know that we're talking about this story right now because it's the wife's younger sister that sent the message to me at this point. So the wife is furious because the husband included the brother as the next of king in the property worth over 110 million naira in Nigeria. Anyways, go ahead, please.
Wow, that's pathetic though. Having known the getting to hear deeper like this, it's pathetic. I don't know the relationship he built with his wife, but if you do not trust somebody, the question I always ask is why marry them? That's just the truth. You should have started somewhere and know if this is somebody you can marry or not. Some men give excuses that the wife is extravagant and she's bent at, but why did you even marry in the first place? I don't think I can end up with somebody whom I'm not sure of just because I want to be in marriage. No. And then it have happened to a lot of people out here in Nigeria where they got married, acquired properties, because I'm into properties. I'm deeply into properties, well rooted, and I have seen a lot. I enter court often. We go to the station often because some of these properties I manage them for the director now. So I have just seen a lot, and these things occur regularly where some even come and get it for side chick. A man and his wife is somewhere else. He comes to Lagos, pick one fine girl. The girl do him good. The next thing he go to one location, he buy a house in her name. The children and wife is somewhere else.
Wow.
It happened 2 weeks ago. Somebody paid 300 million for a girl here in Lagos. He bought a house of 300 million. She's not his wife.
I beg, send me the girl number, I beg.
She's not his wife. So a lot happened, and I think it's not cool. It's not fair to the woman, and not just the woman. If you have kids, you put them into trouble. It would have been better that it was in their name and the brother fought to, take over than to do those things to your own family. You're leaving them into pains. What ideally every other man works to, people work to take away their family from poverty. Yeah. You did that and then gave it to somebody else and put your face. That's not cool at all. So in terms of buying properties, I always say you include. If you are buying properties, for instance, with your wife, just like I said, some people give reasons. If their wife no, although there are some women truly that if you have 100 million, instead of buying a house, they'll tell you that let's buy GLE. GLE is their priority. And the man is seeing it as a liability. Yeah. So sometimes instead of avoiding talk and all of that, but align with somebody before you marry. It will make things so easy.
Yeah.
A woman who is prudent and have investment mentality will be the one even bringing ideas to you. So in terms of property, particularly if you're also working for the money as a woman, please don't let love override you. Don't let the aspect of being a woman override you. Property should be bought in both the name of the man and the woman. Mr. So and Mrs. Don't even allow Mr. and Mrs. Tomorrow you might not be Mrs. again. If you marry a second wife, he didn't put your name.
Okay, but what happened if the man bought the property before he got married to the lady at this point?
If he bought the property before he got married to the lady, that is a different situation. When the lady comes in, the property is in his own name. All he needs to do is to introduce the woman to those documents. Take the woman to the property, and the woman should be visiting the property often. The neighborhood, if it is inside an estate, the estate management knows this is the wife of the owner. It makes things very easy even in court.
When you introduce the woman to the property, what you mean introduce? Is it adding a name to the property or just introduce her to the property physically?
Now, there are two ways you could do it. One, if those documents have been produced to the extent of C of O, sometimes the amount and time frame particularly in Nigeria. If it is like South Africa, they have a more swift process because I'm also conversant with some African countries and part of, in fact, UK, how they also run theirs.
Yeah.
Now, this is it. If it is within Nigeria, particularly now, the process is tedious. And sometimes you pay for COO 3-4 times before you get it. So instead of going through the severe and rigorous process of changing it, there is one thing you are going to do that is going to be cool. One, in your will, you can put your wife. It's going to aside the house document now in your will. Then number two, you bought that property from somebody. That property must, if it is inside the estate, it also makes it easier. There is an estate manager. You introduce your wife and you go to the property often to visit it. The estate manager is aware. If there is a tenant there, the tenant is aware that this is the wife of the person. Now, properties are easy to collect if you are being seen and known in that property for a longer duration, even in law. I don't know if we have any lawyer or property lawyer here. I can claim your land if I am more conversant with the land, if I am more available and accessible, and I have neighborhood or testifiers who will witness that I have been in this land and I do one or two things there. Court gives you leverage. So in that situation, if you cannot change all the title documents, or you cannot go about the process of changing the documents of the house, just include your wife in the will. And sometimes not just your wife, put your family, put your wife, your children, just put them. And there are processes. So if it is like bank, putting it on that paper doesn't mean if you die, they are going to get it. There is still another process that you have to fill another form to certify that these people, whatever form they'll give you, just fill this form, bind it with a legal process, so that when you die, they don't stress your children. There are some that have put their names as next of kin. Their children die, still they were not eligible to inherit those properties. I don't mean like a certain duration. They were not eligible at all because they say the process was incomplete. But they will not still tell you because they are looking for a way to confiscate your property when you are gone. That is why questions and due diligence is also very important.
Yeah.
So I'm done with that aspect. Does investment back home worth it? Yes. If you do it right, it is worth it. Now, it is not error. It is not try and error. I am not bragging. I'm not lying. God bears me witness. For every single person we've done property investment with, I don't think any have operated on a loss. You know why? If I'm getting a property for you, I get it as my own. I know all the terrains in Lagos. Now, I'm going to give this information free of charge that others feel they should be paid to give them. You don't just feel because there's a land or house somewhere, and you have the money, you just wake up and go and pay for it. Now, I have my own registered company, also belonging to the association. Now, we have bodies. What I'm doing now is not actually what I want to end up doing, because my target is to end up being a developer, where I just buy with my money, build with my money, sell to whoever I want to buy. Now, that will give me the leverage of making or getting the right documents that tomorrow that property or land will not be affected. You don't just go acquire property that have family documents, deed of assignment, gazette, and then you say they are still at risk. It can be revoked by the government that they want to use that property to develop something else. That is why you see them demolishing some properties. Then number two, we want cheap things. We don't want due process. Instead of getting a surveyor to check that property very well in the registry, one, to know the level of registration, two, to check if this is being placed in a place that tomorrow, if they are constructing this road, it will be demolished, or if they are to side this, say it will affect your place, you don't want because they give you at a cheap amount. Then you feel you have gotten a cheap property. Now, if your goals are long-term, investment comes with different purposes. Some want instantaneous gratification. Some do long-term investment. Now, there are investments that you do that give you instant results, while there are some that are for long-term goals, even in real estate. Now, I don't buy the idea of sending money to your brothers. You know why? The rate of people that will be loyal is 1 in a million. You are there and you are sending money to your brother to be building for you. No. This is the idea I give people. No matter how busy you are in any part of the world or any country where you are working for yourself. You worked hard to earn that money you have. Now let's drop loyalty and trust one side. We are talking about your money and investment here. It wouldn't take you anything to create a single time in a year to travel by yourself, and I would not advise buying land. Land is easier to grab. I am telling you of my experience within Lagos, Port Harcourt, Delta, and all these places where land issues are paramount, or they are just being said everywhere in the courts. Land is easier to grab. Now, this is what the court even does. If you sell land to me and I bought it first, I didn't develop that land for up to 1 or 2 years, and the community decide to sell that land to another person, the second person quickly begin to raise building. If you take me to court, the court is going to be biased on who have developed the land. Now, they may end up talking of compensating you, which may not be the value you used in buying that land. Several court cases did not end well. It favors who developed that place first. I have never seen any that they will decide and carry the house and everything on top and give the person. Within my own aspect, I'm just giving you one clue. If you don't even have money to develop land, don't think of land. Now, how do the law state it? You must not necessarily complete or finish everything. When you start putting fence, the process of development has started, or the court will even say you have developed your property. But build it to a certain level, then leave it. Is more secured than to buy land and leave it that you want to sell. Tomorrow, the land, either I sell it to you, will be seeing people that are offering me bigger money and the thing is entering my eye and you are not in Nigeria. Then I should be leaving your land when other people are building everywhere. Another person, you bought it 10 million, another person is paying me 80 million. I will sell it. You are not there. And I was the one that gave you the document. That's why you see 2 people having 2 original documents. It's just for me to go and do another document and give the person, if it is not even the right documents to get. Because if it is like C of O, you can't have 2 C of O on a particular land. One must be forged. But if it is survey, if it is gazette, if it is family document, they can easily be given original twice. I will give another person. It is still the same original document. Wow. So, and when they start, I will tell you, this person have sold it. So as this person have sold it, what else do we need to do? Yeah, build on top. The highest thing you say, well, let's compensate you. You can, the law permits you to sue both the person who built on top and the person who sold it to you. But at the end of the whole case is compensation. There is nothing else judge can say that, because the person who built there will not allow you to take his own property as well. He who developed it has stronger grounds. Now, you travel once in a year wherever you are. This is what you need to do. It's not bad to work with your brothers, just like the other person spoke when it comes to property. Your brothers can be going once in a while to check the place. It also secures that place in one way or the other. And it gives people the sense of somebody coming around, so we don't need to misbehave. Now, you travel, you come around. It might be you and your brother that will even go to the place, but you have a professional agent or a registered, well-registered company. You now, with this registered company, before you buy a property, first of all, number one, you carry out due diligence. What are the due diligence? You ask of the documents. What title documents do this land have? That is 1. 2, after you know the land, the title documents of those land, which area is it? You go to the registry and check, have this place been mapped? In the survey, where does it appear? Have it been striked out by the government? Is there any liable threat of coming for demolition tomorrow in future? Because estates that are covered with C of O, no matter the governor, they can never come to demolish that estate. This is another information I'm giving you. Any estate, because we have federal C of O, we have state C of O, we have estate C of O, we have individual property C of O. They are of different types. Individual C of O, estate. If the estate have a general C of O, nobody will touch anything in that estate. And if your house have C of O, nobody will touch the house. But if you violate the rules given by survey and you build in a place where it has been struck out, they will demolish it. because you build where you are not supposed to build. It is close to a canal, which is posing risk to the life, and that is just like a canal where water should be channeled. So you yourself buying land, you see a place, don't go and be bent at buying lands that are closer to the roadside. Check the distance. What does the law say? What should be the gap between the road and the building? So when you check all these things, number two, you ask questions. Is there flood here? If there is no flood here and tomorrow, maybe due to covered gutters, flood decide to come out in those places, it might still resurface tomorrow. So this is what I always say. Travel, come, buy the land, get the documents, then put somebody to manage the property for you. When they are renting it out, you are getting something in return, at least to be putting fuel and doing other things.
Just try and wrap up in 1 minute.
Do not carry your... Yeah, I will. Let me try to wrap up now. It's a very broad and lengthy topic for me, actually.
I know.
So when you are buying land, do not just send money to anybody to build for you. And let me tell you, any investment or anything you have on ground that does not give you returns is never an investment. If you buy land and you are not gaining anything from the land, you feel it's only appreciating, it's not a good investment in real estate. If you are renting the land out and the land is fetching you something little per annum, that is where you are doing the right thing. If you buy a property and just lock it up, you are wasting money and you are not using opportunity. If you buy a house and you are renting, Simeon, there are people like Foods. You have one of the biggest African supermarket. She's currently in Nigeria. We spoke yesterday. Today, in fact, that is where I'm to go now. That I and I'm going somewhere very soon. She comes in Nigeria every year. When she comes to Nigeria in every year, she buys no less than 5 properties. She rent them out. After each 5 years or 4 years, she sell them back. 4 years ago, there was a 4-bedroom terrace duplex they bought for 30 million. I am not exaggerating or adding, so the current value is 110 to 120 million, but they will not give you less than 110 million. How much it have, I will not even say tripled. But the question is, when you do not have the people to give you the right advice or guide you properly, that is why you are bound to make wrong investments and regret.
All right.
Because this thing is not try and error. It is just about you doing what you have to do as a person.
Right.
So investments in Nigeria, you can invest into stock market, you can invest into mutual funds, but in abroad, honestly speaking, even in real estate, get the proper consultation. Don't look for shortcuts. Ask questions within the area. Know how it is before you invest. You can invest into Microsoft. You get annual returns per annum. But if it is what you are benefiting from directly, I advise wherever you stay, that is your home at that time.
All right.
That was why I said you buy in Nigeria, you go back, you are getting something. Then most of your investment should be around you where you can monitor. When you want to leave, you sell it off. Even you can buy a house in UK. If you want to relocate, you sell it off. If you're not acquiring it, it's going to be more tedious for you. You can invest into other companies that you'll be getting annual returns. The annual returns is better than Nigeria. But if you are in Nigeria and have no way out, that is where you think of mutual funds, stock markets, and the rest. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Eva. Thank you so much. Before I go to the next speaker, Davas, what's your reaction?
Carry on because of time. I will leave it now. Yeah.
Because of time. Okay, thank you. Let me go to Anders Glasgow. Aden to Glasgow. Are you there? Aden to Glasgow.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I just want to say one or two things. And sir, sincerely, Simeon, I really appreciate this platform.
Thank you.
Especially this topic. The topic is very, very, very interesting. Very, very, and it's something that is affecting people, especially people outside Nigeria.